Is devastated by the loss of rap artist Randy Walker. He was just 27 years old.
He held my mother up, and I can't believe he's gone.
No one should ever wish their worst enemy a fate like this. These rappers had fame, money, and power, but none of it could shield them from the darkness that came next. From Tupac's final moments in Las Vegas to Biggie's last breath in Los Angeles, from Eazy-E's hospital confession to DJ Screw's tragic collapse, these weren't just stories of death. They were lessons written in pain.
They always say the good die young.
These are the 20 rappers who died too young, and the truth behind how their lives ended will break your heart. Starting with number 20, Big Mo, age 33. On Sunday, October 14th, 2007, Houston's hip-hop community was hit with another devastating loss. Kenneth Big Mo Moore, one of the original members of the Screwed Up Clique, suffered a massive heart attack that left him in a coma for over a week. According to the Harris County Medical Examiner's official report, Big Mo's cause of death was directly related to heart failure complicated by obesity and cocaine use, the very same purple stuff he sang about so passionately. His songs like Bear Baby and Purple Stuff made him one of Houston's most beloved voices, known for turning slow, melodic rap into an anthem of Southern pride. But when he died, Houston had to face an uncomfortable truth. The syrup culture that built its identity was also quietly taking its heroes. Fans still celebrate him today, pouring out cups in tribute, but the message in his passing still lingers. The sound that made them famous also carried a warning. Next on our list is number 19, Stretch, age 27. It was Thursday, November 30th, 1995, when Randy Stretch Walker's story came to a violent end. Driving through Queens Village late that night, he was followed by another car that suddenly opened fire, hitting him twice in the back. NYPD reports confirmed that Stretch died instantly behind the wheel. What made his death chilling was the timing. Almost exactly 1 year to the minute after the night Tupac was ambushed and shot inside Manhattan's Quad Studios. Stretch had been there that night with Tupac and saw the attack unfold firsthand. Many fans and investigators couldn't help but wonder if the timing was a coincidence or a message. Police never solved the case, and the shooters were never identified, leaving behind an eerie symmetry that still haunts hip-hop history. Stretch was more than just a friend of Tupac. He was a producer, a loyal soldier, and part of a generation of artists who carried both the weight and the danger of authenticity. Now, at number 18, Magnolia Shorty, age 28. On Monday, December 20th, 2010, New Orleans woke up to devastating headlines. Renetta Magnolia Shorty Lowe, a pioneer in the bounce music movement and one of the first women signed to Cash Money Records, had been gunned down in a double homicide. According to the New Orleans Police Department and the Times-Picayune, Shorty and a man she was riding with were ambushed at the entrance of an apartment complex. Investigators later confirmed that the man was the intended target, but Magnolia Shorty was caught in the crossfire. Her death shook New Orleans to its core because she was more than just an artist. She was a neighborhood icon who brought joy to her community. Years later, her sampled voice appeared on Drake's chart-topping hit In My Feelings, reintroducing her sound to the world. For her family, that moment wasn't just bittersweet. It was living proof that legacies don't die, they echo. Coming in at number 17, Seagram, age 26. Wednesday, July 31st, 1996, was a tragic day for Oakland. Seagram Miller, known for his unfiltered portrayal of East Oakland street life, was shot and killed in a drive-by outside his neighborhood. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, Seagram was trying to shield a friend when the bullets struck him. The first West Coast artist ever signed to Houston's Rap-A-Lot Records, Seagram had already made his mark with albums that blended Bay Area realism with Southern storytelling. His lyrics felt prophetic, raw, street-bound, and painfully honest. Thousands attended his funeral, a reflection of how much his city loved and respected him. Even today, his songs like The Ville are revisited by fans who remember a voice that spoke the language of the block long before it was commercial. At number 16, MC Trouble, age 20. In 1991, the hip-hop world lost one of its brightest young stars. On Tuesday, June 4th, Latasha MC Trouble Rogers, the first female rapper ever signed to Motown Records, passed away suddenly in her sleep. Reports from the Los Angeles Times confirmed that an epileptic seizure had led to cardiac arrest. She was only 20 years old, just beginning to carve her place in a male-dominated industry. Her breakout single, I Wanna Make You Mine, showed that she could balance rap and R&B in a way that was ahead of its time. Motown released an official statement calling her a pioneer with limitless promise. It was heartbreaking to see someone so talented, who had already broken barriers for women in hip-hop, lose her life before she could show the full depth of what she could do. MC Trouble's story remains a quiet reminder that even in its loudest years, hip-hop has always carried soft, tragic notes underneath the beat. Next up at number 15, Camouflage, age 21. Monday, May 19th, 2003, Savannah, Georgia, witnessed a loss that still hurts. Jason Camouflage Johnson, a rising Southern rapper known for his grounded lyrics and community spirit, was shot and killed while walking with his toddler outside his studio. The Associated Press confirmed the and the formation of a local task force to investigate. Camouflage wasn't just an artist. He was known for his generosity, often dressing as Camo Claus to deliver Christmas gifts to kids in low-income neighborhoods. His music, full of local slang and pride, had just started to break into national markets when his life was cut short. For Savannah, his death wasn't just another statistic. It was the loss of someone who was actively trying to give back to the place that made him. Now at number 14, Bugs, age 21, Friday, May 21st, 1999, marked another dark day for Detroit. Carnell Bugs Pitts, one of the founding members of D12, attended a picnic where a harmless water gun prank spiraled into a deadly altercation. Witnesses say he tried to defuse the situation before being shot multiple times and struck by a fleeing car. Detroit police arrested Andre Hamilton, who was later convicted of first-degree. Bugs' death came just before D12's mainstream success, making it especially painful for the crew that considered him their glue. In later years, Eminem paid tribute to him in Like Toy Soldiers, and fans noted how art imitated life in ways that felt too real. For Detroit's underground scene, Bugs' death was the first major reminder that even brotherhood couldn't always shield you from chaos. Coming in strong at number 13, Big Hawk, age 36. On Monday, May 1st, 2006, tragedy struck Houston again. John Big Hawk Hawkins, brother of the late Fat Pat and a cornerstone of the Screwed Up Clique, was shot and while arriving early to meet a friend. Houston police confirmed the shooting but found no suspects. News outlets like MTV documented the grief that spread through the city as tributes poured in. Just months earlier, Hawk had released Swang, a song that celebrated his fallen brothers, not knowing he'd soon join them. For Houston, Big Hawk represented the strength of Southern independence. A man who built a career without major labels and uplifted his community through music. His murder remains unsolved, but his voice still echoes through car speakers on Houston's South Side, keeping his memory alive every single day. At number 12, DJ Screw, age 29. Robert DJ Screw Davis wasn't just a DJ, he was an inventor. The pioneer of the chopped and screwed sound that defined Houston's entire identity, DJ Screw took hip-hop and slowed it down until it felt like liquid. But on Saturday, December 16, 2000, that sound's creator was found dead in his studio. The Harris County coroner confirmed codeine and other substances in his system. Fans mourned across the city, knowing they had lost not just a man, but a movement. DJ Screw's influence can be heard in artists like Travis Scott, Drake, and countless Southern rappers who built their identity from his style. His store, Screwed Up Records and Tapes, still stands today as a monument to creativity, independence, and the cost that sometimes comes with genius. Next on the list, number 11, Dolla, age 21. On Monday, May 18th, 2009, Daryl Dolla Caldwell was shot at the Beverly Center Mall in Los Angeles after an argument escalated into LAPD and Los Angeles Times reports confirmed that the rising star, signed to Akon's label, died instantly. The suspect later claimed self-defense and was acquitted, but Dolla's death left fans stunned. He had just released Feelin' Myself and was on the verge of breaking nationally, mixing slick R&B hooks with confident bars. What made his death especially tragic was its setting, a luxury shopping mall in broad daylight, a harsh reminder that fame, money, and talent can't protect you when violence finds its way in. Dolla's story is one of wasted potential, a career that ended before it ever truly began. Now at number 10, Big Pun, age 28. Christopher Rios, known as Big Pun, was a lyrical monster who broke barriers for Latino rappers. On Monday, February 7th, 2000, he collapsed in a hotel room in White Plains, New York, and died shortly after. The Westchester Medical Examiner's report revealed that Pun weighed nearly 700 pounds and had a heart 3 times larger than normal. He had been trying to lose weight, but struggled under fame's pressure. Fat Joe described Pun's passing as the hardest goodbye of my life. His second album, Ye a Baby, was released posthumously and went gold, cementing his legacy. Big Pun's story wasn't about recklessness. It was about a man fighting himself and losing. A genius of wordplay whose body gave out before his spirit ever did. Coming in at number 9, Soulja Slim, age 26. Wednesday, November 26, 2003, brought heartbreak to New Orleans. James Tapp Jr., better known as Soulja Slim, was shot multiple times outside his mother's house. According to the Times-Picayune, police arrested a suspect, but he was later killed, leaving the case unresolved. Slim's authenticity and charisma made him one of the most loved figures in Louisiana hip-hop. His posthumous collaboration with Juvenile Slow Motion went number 1, making Slim the first murdered rapper to top the Billboard charts. Fans called it a bittersweet victory. His family called it God's way of finishing what he started. Even today, his murals across New Orleans keep him alive, reminding everyone that Soulja Slim was the heartbeat of the Magnolia Projects. At number 8, Freaky Tah, age 27. On Monday, March 29, 1999, Queens lost another one of its own. Tyaleek Freaky Tah Rogers, the hype man of the Lost Boys, was shot from behind while leaving a birthday party. Police quickly arrested Kelvin Jones, who was later convicted of second-degree murder. For once, the justice system delivered closure, but not comfort. Freaky Tah's energy was infectious. The way he hyped up crowds, the way his smile lit up stages. Fans still gather around murals in Queens to honor him, and his group's songs like Lifestyles of the Rich and Shameless still hit harder, knowing the price they paid for the lifestyle they rapped about. His death was proof that even fame doesn't erase the dangers that come with where you come from. Now at number 7, Jam Master Jay, age 37. On Wednesday, October 30th, 2002, Jason Jam Master Jay Mizell, 1/3 of the legendary group Run DMC, inside his Queens studio. For nearly 2 decades, his case sat unsolved, cold, and painful. But in 2020, arrests were made, and by 2023, both suspects were convicted. Court documents and Associated Press reports confirmed the final outcome, bringing a long overdue sense of justice to one of hip-hop's darkest unsolved murders. Jay was more than a DJ. He was the bridge that brought rap from the streets to MTV, from basements to arenas. The fact that he died in his own studio, the same place he nurtured new artists, makes it even more tragic. Justice may have been delayed, but his legend never was. Coming in at number 6, Proof, age 32. Tuesday, April 11th, 2006, Detroit lost its backbone. Deshaun Proof Holton, Eminem's best friend and right-hand man, was shot and killed at the CCC Club after an argument turned violent. Early media reports painted Proof as the aggressor, but police clarifications later revealed the chaos was mutual. Autopsy reports and witness statements confirmed multiple wounds. His death hit Detroit like a thunderclap. The city's loudest, proudest voice had gone silent. Eminem's eulogy called him the Rock of Detroit, a title he earned by being both mentor and big brother to countless artists. Proof's passing showed how fragile loyalty could be in a city built on resilience. At number 5, Scott LaRock, age 25. Thursday, August 27th, 1987, marked the first time hip-hop truly understood the cost of its own fame. Scott Sterling, known as Scott LaRock, was trying to mediate a street dispute when a bullet struck him in the head. Bronx police confirmed the homicide, but suspects walked free after witnesses disappeared. KRS-One, his friend and musical partner, transformed the tragedy into action by founding the Stop the Violence movement. Scott's death wasn't just a loss for Boogie Down Productions. It was the loss of hip-hop's innocence. It made artists realize that even peacekeepers could fall to senseless violence. Now at number 4, Eazy-E, age 30. On Sunday, March 26, 1995, Eric Eazy-E Wright died of AIDS-related pneumonia at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles. The official death certificate confirmed the diagnosis, and the Los Angeles Times documented his public farewell. Eazy's final statement urged people to take AIDS seriously and protect themselves. He was one of the first major artists to speak openly about the disease, breaking stigma through transparency. As the founder of NWA, Eazy had built gangsta rap from the ground up, using it to expose police brutality and systemic oppression long before mainstream America was ready to listen. His death forced hip-hop to confront mortality, not from bullets, but from illness. At number 3, Big L, age 24. Monday, February 15, 1999, Harlem lost its prodigy. Lamont Big L Coleman was shot 9 times in front of his home. Police identified a childhood friend, Gerard Woodley, as a suspect, though the case was never fully resolved before Woodley's own death. New York Daily News confirmed those details. Big L's rhymes were intricate, technical, and coldly brilliant. Many believed he was on the verge of signing with Rockefeller Records when he was. His posthumous albums only reinforced his genius. Harlem's walls still carry his murals, and his influence can be heard in artists from Jay-Z to Fabulous. Big L's death was the kind of loss that rewrote what "gone too soon" really means. Coming in at number 2, the notorious B.I.G., age 24. Sunday, March 9th, 1997, Los Angeles. Christopher Wallace, better known as the notorious B.I.G., is leaving a Soul Train party when his SUV stops at a red light on Fairfax and Wilshire. Another car pulls up, 4 shots ring out, and Biggie is hit. He's rushed to Cedars-Sinai Hospital but pronounced dead within minutes. LAPD reports and autopsy files confirm the details, noting that only 1 bullet was fatal. His murder remains unsolved, and the symmetry with Tupac's death months earlier has fueled 2 decades of speculation. Biggie's loss wasn't just East Coast, it was global. The rivalry between coasts became tragedy, and a golden age of rap ended under flashing lights. Finally, at number 1, Tupac Shakur, age 25. Friday, September 13th, 1996, Las Vegas. 6 days after being shot 4 times while riding with Suge Knight, Tupac Shakur dies at University Medical Center. The attack followed a brawl inside the MGM Grand involving Orlando Anderson, a fight caught on security cameras. Police, autopsy, and FBI documents confirmed the chain of events. Decades later, new searches and renewed investigations brought Tupac's case back into headlines when police raided a Henderson home tied to Keef D. Tupac's legacy, however, never left. His music, poetry, and interviews still spark debate, and his image remains larger than life. In many ways, Tupac never truly died. He just transcended into legend. 20 names, 20 stories, 20 lives that shaped the rhythm of an entire generation. Some were legends when they left, others were becoming ones, but each left an echo that refuses to fade. Hip-hop was built on survival, but these stories remind us it was also built on loss. From Scott LaRock's peacekeeping death to Eazy-E's honesty about illness, from DJ Screw's innovation to Tupac's eternal questions, every one of them gave the culture a heartbeat that still thumps through time. So which story hit you the hardest? Which artist do you still play when the night feels too quiet? Drop your thoughts below, because remembrance is the only justice time can't erase. And just when you think this story ends here, remember, hip-hop's ghosts still speak, and the beat never dies.